Hey guys, tehcubedude here, and today I have another episode of Better Brand for you guys. Today's episode is all about the Square-1. The brands of Square-1 I will be going over are the MF8, the Cube Twist, and the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1. So for those of you that don't know, in every episode of Better Brand, I will be talking about one certain type of puzzle, in this case Square-1, and I'll be going over all of the different brands that I have, and I'll be comparing and contrasting all of them. And at the end, I will say which one is the better brand, hence the name of the series, Better Brand. So, let's get started. So you can find the MF8 Square-1 on E3 Cube Store for $9, the Cube Twist on E3 Cube Store for $6.60, and the Calvin's Puzzle on HK Now Store for $16 in this little display box. You can get it in a larger display box for $18. So unfortunately, I do not have the box for the MF8 Square-1, so I cannot show you that, but I can show you the box for the Cube Twist. It's a really light blue. I really like this box. I like these two little openings on the side. I'm not really sure why, but so I like the box for the Cube Twist. And all you get with the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1 is a clear display case. And on the bottom, it will come with stickers, and it has a little golden sticker saying Calvin's Puzzle. In the back, it has a little QR code. So, let's get into the turning of all these puzzles. So the turning on the MF8 Square-1 is extremely smooth, although it feels a little bit flimsy at times. And so that's pretty much all I have to say. You can turn it really smoothly with just one finger. And it's a little bit flimsy because if you just try and shake it, it turns. And that's not the case with some of the other Square-1s, such as the Cube Twist. I'll be going over that in a second. So it's extremely smooth, although very flimsy. So the turning on the Cube Twist Square-1 is just as smooth, if not smoother, than the MF8 Square-1. It feels more like a Shangshou Wind or a Shangshou Aurora out of the box. It feels extremely smooth, like buttery smooth. And it is not flimsy, so it will not turn if I shake it. And it feels really stable. That's really important. It's not flimsy at all. It's really stable. It's extremely smooth. It's just an amazing turning puzzle. So the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1, although it is the priciest of them all, it is really dry. And it is really smooth, but it just feels really cheaply made. So the turning is not that great. There's one pop for you. So again, the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1. Not a great turning puzzle, even though it is the priciest of them all. And even though it comes in a clear display case, don't let that trick you into thinking that it is the best one. It is not. So the turning is not that great. So corner cutting on the MF8 Square-1, there's not really that much. I guess it can do that much before popping. This puzzle cannot reverse corner cut because it just catches and it will pop. That's why I'm not going to do that. So then on the Cube Twist, it doesn't really corner cut that well. I guess maybe that much. In reverse, you won't really get that much out of reverse corner cutting on this puzzle because it's too tight. It's too stable to be able to corner cut, but again, it is still extremely smooth. Now, corner cutting on the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1, just like the Cube Twist, doesn't really have that great of corner cutting, and neither does it have great reverse corner cutting. So now let's go into lockups and pops on all three of these Square-1s. So as you saw before, the MF8 Square-1 did pop, and if you try and corner cut a little bit too much, it will indeed pop, just like that. And so it doesn't really happen that often if you're very accurate at turning this puzzle. But if you aren't, like if you overturn or underturn, and then you turn, it might pop on you. So that might get a little annoying. So on the Cube Twist Square-1, there's absolutely no lockups and no pops. So there's nothing really else I can say about it except for no lockups and no pops. So the Calvin's Puzzle, as you saw before, it does pop, and it did lock up right out of the box, and you can see that in my unboxing video, which came out on Tuesday, and I got it from HK Now Store. So it was locking up straight out of the box. It was catching on one of these pieces. I believe it was this one, or it was over here, but it was locking up, and it did pop a bunch of times straight out of the box. Again, you can see that it won't really pop on command for me, but trust me, it does pop, and it is. So there's one pop, as you just saw. I successfully got it to pop. So it does pop a lot, and it occasionally locks up. Now let's go on to the pieces. So the MF8 Square-1, once taken fully apart, it has this ball type core. This is pretty much all it is. And the pieces fit into this little dome, and then it turns like that. So here are the edges. So this part right here hooks onto the ball. I will put that on for you and show you guys. right here. Let me try and get a good glimpse at it. So once it's on, you can't really pull it out unless, because all the other pieces will be in, you can't push it in and then pull it out because the other pieces will be preventing that. But when you do turn it, sometimes it will come out of alignment like that, and so that is why sometimes it pops. But so that is how that goes in, and the corner is pretty much the same thing, just a lot bigger, and it goes in the same way. So now let's go on to the pieces of the Cube Twist Square-1. So the Cube Twist Square-1 is a little bit harder to take apart, but as you can see, the core is a little bit different. It is not like a dome, it's not a ball core. It is instead like this just circular ring, and the pieces are a little bit different as well. This part right here locks underneath right here, as you can see, and then it just goes over it. So as you can see there, it goes underneath. This little part's going underneath, and then that's going over. So if you try and take it out, that little notch underneath prevents it from being pulled out. And it's not like the MF8 where you can push it in and then pull it out. So that is why it's a lot harder to get out. Why it's a lot harder for these pieces to get out. And so the corner is the exact same, just again bigger. So this little notch will go underneath and slide right in, and then you can't push it in and pull it out, just like you can on the MF8. So now let me go put this apart, put it back together, and we can go into the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1 mechanism. So the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1 mechanism is pretty much the same thing as the Cube Twist mechanism. As you can see, it's like a little ring. I didn't take it fully apart because I didn't want to pretty much show the mechanism again. So it's like a ring, and then the pieces go underneath, and then they hook under. But for some reason, this puzzle just pops a lot more often than any of the other Square-1s. Even a lot more than the Cube Twist, even though it's pretty much the same mechanism. One different thing is that you can see this little like rounded square, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it, right here. You can see it in the glare. So I guess that makes it a lot easier for the pieces to glide on, so less friction, maybe. And so here you can take a look at the pieces, and you can tell that it is frosted, so that is why it has that dry feeling. And as you can see, it has the same little ridge, but for some reason, it's just it feels a lot cheaper, and this edge just, for some reason, they just pop out easier. And you can see that the edge is also frosted. So now, let's just go into the sticker quality. The sticker quality in the MF8 is rather dull compared to the other ones. The blue is a little bit dark. The orange, it's kind of wearing off, the Square-1. And the green is pretty good. I like the green. I like the red. The yellow is pretty dull too. And the white is just plain white. So there's no chips. The only thing that's happening is that this is wearing off. But other than that, no chips and no peeling. On the Cube Twist, the yellow is, again, the same. It's pretty dull, pretty dark. The blue is a little bit dark. I like light blue better. I love the red on this one. I love the green. It's a little bit lighter than the green on this puzzle. You can see it's two different shades. I like the green on the Cube Twist a lot better, and the orange stands out more. And everything is well placed onto the pieces, and I just like the color scheme on this one. Now the sticker shades on this I like more. The Calvin's Puzzle Square-1. I love the yellow. It pops out a lot more. The blue is just the best. I really love light blue stickers, and I might even re-sticker this one with the stickers that came into this, because this one I feel like it needs a better blue. And so then the red, pretty much the same as the other ones. The green is more like, I guess it's more like the one on the MF8, and I like the one on the Cube Twist better. So maybe it's a little bit too dark for me. And there's no chipping, no peeling. I've only had it for a day, so that's pretty much why there's no chipping or peeling. But so far, out of a few solves, there's none of that. So the sticker quality on all of these puzzles are pretty good. I love the shades of green on the Cube Twist. I love the yellow and blue on the Calvin's puzzle, and that's pretty much it. I love the red on the rest. I love the orange more on the Cube Twist because it stands out more. Now let's go over a little size comparison to a 57mm Zanchi. So they all might be like a millimeter smaller. Try and get that one more time. As you can see, maybe a millimeter smaller, like a hair smaller. And so it might be like 56.5 millimeters. So now let's just go over my overall thoughts on each of these Square-1s, on each of the brands. Again, MF8, Cube Twist, and Calvin's Puzzle. And then I will tell you guys which one I recommend and which one I think is the better brand. So So the MF8 Square-1 is extremely smooth. It's definitely one of the smoothest ones out of these 3 Square-1s. The corner cutting is the best out of all 3. As you can see, it can corner cut that, and the other ones can't even do even a little bit of corner cutting. And the sticker shades are pretty alright. The stickers are holding it very well. The only thing that is happening is that this is kind of wearing off. Other than that, this puzzle is a great puzzle. It is priced very well at $9 at E3 Cube Store. So the Cube Twist Square-1 turns extremely smooth. It has like a buttery feeling, just like the Shangshell Wind and the Shangshell Aurora did. So I will compare the turning to that of those 2 puzzles I just mentioned. And the corner cutting is not the greatest. It can do about that, and anything more it can't do. It does not ever pop, and it does not ever lock up. And I forgot to mention the MF8 does pop, and it does not ever lock up. But the popping makes up for that, no locking. So it gets kind of annoying on the MF8 Square-1. No pops, no lockups. It's a very stable puzzle. I love the sticker shades on this, and it's just a great puzzle. So the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1, although it came in a little plastic display case and it seems all professional, it's the highest priced one. It is a horrible turning puzzle. It pops a lot. It locks up occasionally. The only good thing about it, in my opinion, are the sticker shades. I like the yellow. I like the blue. The orange kind of stands out. The green's alright, and I like the red. And the white is just, well, it seems like kind of like a pasty white compared to this one. It's kind of hard to compare whites, but just in real life it seems a little pastier than the other ones. So this is not, there's just one lockup turning it, so this puzzle is so the better brand out of these 3, again, the MF8, the Cube Twist, and the Calvin's Puzzle Square-1, in my opinion, is the Cube Twist. That is because it is the best priced one at $6.60. It's the cheapest one of them all. It does not pop. It does not look up. The turning is buttery smooth, just like that of a Shangshell Wind and a Shangshell Aurora. And for all of you guys that have those puzzles out there, you guys know how smooth those puzzles are straight out of the box. And after lubing this, it is simply amazing. This puzzle is very stable, as I mentioned before, and it's just a really fun puzzle to solve. There's absolutely no problems with the Cube Twist Square-1. And again, the price is $6.60. The box looks pretty cool, again. And that is why, in my opinion, I think that this is the better brand out of the 3 Square-1s that I went over throughout the episode. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Better Brand, all about Square-1s. Again, the better brand, in my opinion, was the Cube Twist Square-1, priced at $6.60 at E3 Cube Store. I will put a link to that in the description so you guys can go buy it yourself, which I highly recommend you guys do. So leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know in the comments what you all thought about this episode and whether or not you guys like the series. And also let me know what you guys think is the better brand out of the Square-1s that you have. I'd love to hear all of your opinions. Let me know what puzzle you want me to go over in the next episode, which will be next Saturday, so look out for that. Check out the channel of the week, Convinza. She has amazing videos. She's an amazing cuber, and she is one of the main cubers that you all should be subscribed to. Just like JR Cuber and Crazy Bad Cuber and Red QB. You guys should pretty much know of all those cubers, and if you have never heard of Convinza, I highly recommend you guys go check out her channel. She has amazing videos, and she's an amazing cuber. If you want some behind the scenes of some videos, go check out my Facebook page. I update every time I have a new video out. I even say, like, I even ask for your opinions on some stuff. I even ask you guys some questions that I need some help on. And I usually give a lot of updates and even some pictures of viewer cube art before the episodes even come out. So if you're interested in contacting me or have any questions, you may feel free to add me on Skype and or Oovoo. I rarely check Oovoo, so you have a better chance of contacting me via Skype, as I am on it daily. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Use the coupon code for wallbuys.com down below. It's TheCubeDudeWallbuys, THE CubeDudeWallbuys, all in caps, one word. It's not TEH like my username, TheCubeDude, THE CubeDudeWallbuys. Again, all in caps, one word. That will give you 7% off on all orders from wallbuys.com. So go ahead and use that coupon code. Again, it is in the description. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.